but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But you know, you're somebody that, you know, speaking about, because that's a family,
Right.
right? Like especially when you're co-parenting with this person, losing them. You lost your father young.
Yeah.
14 years old.
13. Yep.
What did that do to? How did that impact you? Because I was fortunate enough to have both of my parents around. I can't imagine.
I learned from the
loss.
streets. What my dad would have taught me, I learned from the streets, and I rebelled because my mother never whooped me. Never. She sit me in the corner and make me read my mother was a teacher, so. But my dad was the one who I would shape my life right for. I mean, he was thug, but you know, he didn't want me in the streets. You know, even though he taught me a lot of shit about the streets, he didn't want me to be in the streets. You know, my dad, I thought of everything. I always was the badass child, bro. But everything I did, I thought about my dad before I did it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I won't go do this, my dad is going, bro.
He can't find out about this.
You know, so when I lost my dad at 13, it was just nobody could tell me nothing. I mean, I had to learn from my uncles and all my older cousins, and they real gangsters. So I just lost it, bro. Like I just lost it, man. I just became somebody who desperate for money and trying to do this so my mom can have money and help her out. And you know, I come up in a crack era, bro. You know, I sold crack to my own family member. I'd be like, what the fuck was I doing? You know, fighting my uncles, trying to get their checks if they don't pay me, like just crazy shit, bro. Like I spiraled out of control, bro. School ain't meant nothing to me. I end up dropping out, like. You know, that show you how much a dad mean to you, bro. Yeah. A dad is powerful in a household, bro. A dad is powerful in a household. And when you lose that, you're going to either learn from the streets or somebody who in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened to me. That's what made me spiral out of control, really losing my dad. That was like the tipping point. You know, I already was a bad kid who always got in trouble.
Right.
But, is that where the badass came from?
Yeah, I've been bad since a kid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real, man. I've been bad. I've been getting in trouble since preschool.
Yeah. But you're right though, man. That's the thing. Like, even if your mom does everything she possibly can to raise you to be a good upstanding.
Mom can do everything. A woman can't raise a boy by herself. Mm-hmm. He's gonna have certain things that he gonna rebel on that he need a dad for.
Right.
And he end up learning that from friends who don't mean him no good. Older people he look up to don't mean him no good. You know, and they got some women do a hell of a job, bro.
Yeah.
They do a hell of a job, but they come to that breaking point where they have to admit, like, if he had a daddy,
facts,
I wouldn't be in this conversation right now.
Right.
You know, so.
And that's kind of like what happened to me, because it got to a point where my mom did everything that she could, but I'm 6'2", 230, like, them slaps only finna go so far. After a while, it's like, okay, mom, you know,
hell yeah,
that don't work no more.
Hell yeah.
What used to work don't work. I'm coming in to be a man, and I'm the man of the house. So how you gonna discipline that? You know, but and then also to your point, not having a father figure always around and involved, I treat my friends like family, which is a big weakness.
Yeah,
you leave yourself to calling people your brother. That's really not your brother. You know what I'm saying? Looking up to the guys in the neighborhood because you don't really know what else to look out for or look up to. So you got to interpret.
Only thing really positive from not having a father sometimes, most people who don't have a father, who I've seen, they turn out to be good dads. Or they try to be good dads.
Hell yeah.
because they don't want you don't want your kids going through what you went through.
Right.
Like,
Kill the cycle.
You be trying to kill all that, bro. So
That's definitely something in my case. I feel like that I do, and I feel like if my dad was around more, I definitely wouldn't have gotten as much trouble, but I definitely probably would have been a lot less of a hoe.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I was just whatever woman I could get a hold of. I ain't even give a fuck. It was just like I didn't care about their feelings or what I was doing to hurt them. It's just sex and that's it.
yeah.
So I definitely think not my specific dad around. Like, if my dad was a different type of dad and he stayed around, I don't think I would have been as much of a hoe. Because that shit is tough for men. We don't have the feelings like that. We don't have that. When you see something good, when you see it, when you're raised and the relationship is good around, the marriage is good.
Yeah.
You want that one woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Most kids who had that mother and father their whole life, they marry quick.
yeah.
Most people who didn't have a dad or mother, they don't marry quick because they scared to love. They don't want that to happen again, what they seen as a kid.
Were your parents together when you lost them?
Nah, they were separated. They had separated probably. I lost them at 13. They had separated probably about 3 years before I lost them.
Okay. So you got to see a decent amount at least. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but my dad was in the street, so I might see, when daddy come home, I'm happy. He lived with us, but he might be gone 2-3 nights. He might be gone 2-3 nights, but he always kept food on the table. Every now and then he gonna take us on trips. Like I would say I had a good ass dad, bro. Like, fuck what he did with mama and all that. That's a man.
Yeah.
And I learned that as I got older. I even accepted him batting us sometimes. Because there's certain shit you can say to a man, especially in front of his kids. You can't call no man all that shit in front of his kids. Yeah. Certain things I saw when I got as a man made my daddy even a better man to me. Because you can't be laying up under no woman all day and expect to put food on the table. Mm. So the shit you used to, you always gone and how you go out? I'm gonna provide food if I'm always under you laying up. So as I got older, I understood my dad more and more. And you providing food for us, you putting the food over our head. It's just I just come up with in that era where, my daddy used to bang. He used to, he shoot dope, all that shit, all my uncles, so just like, niggas right now popping perks and all that shit. Like, everybody was doing it. And at the time I used to look down on it, but it was just a habit everybody was doing. That ain't stop him from being a good dad. I mean, when I ain't know it was weed till I was 6, 7. Yeah. He used to tell me, Daddy, what these cigarettes, nigga. Cause they smoke joints, so I ain't know till my auntie came and was smoking a cigarette. And she was like, I need me some more cigarettes. This is my last cigarette. I'll never forget. And she lit it up, and it did not smell like my daddy's cigarette.
That's weed, auntie.
No, that's a cigarette. Yeah, that's a real one.
And I went asked my cousin, and my cousin was like, "No, nigga, that's weed." Yeah. But that showed he was trying to keep me, grounded. He was trying to not put me, in that life.
Did you were you raised in the church at all?
Oh yeah, man.
Because Louisiana,
bro, my grandpa was a preacher, bro. That's what people don't understand. My grandpa died 90, but he was a preacher, bro. Like, you were raised in the crack era, you had to be going to church.
Right.
Church was like a safe haven. Everybody went to church. Look, in Louisiana, church is heavy.
Right. Because I noticed y'all don't got counties. Y'all got parishes.
Parishes.
Okay, so each area is not Dade County, Broward County, Palm Beach County. It's parish. So each region was classified by the church
Oh shit.
in that area.
Yeah, bro. Like church is real heavy. We was raised in the church house, bro. Every Sunday, bro. Every Sunday, bro.
Crazy. You ever think about doing like some type of thug Christian, some type of urban Catholic music type? That stuff is going right now.
I do blues. You know, I did a blues album a couple years ago. I'm finna drop another one.
That's tight.
But I don't know. You know, I don't know. I feel like I can make a gospel album. I know I can make a gospel album.
If they let Kanye go say all the stuff he say, and then he go ahead and turn around and drop a gospel album, and now he in Europe getting dome on public transportation, and they let him get away with that, I think Boosie could drop a nice.
They need to leave
Christian.
that man alone.
I just feel like, you know, we need to get that back into our kids' lives, you know. A lot of kids don't even know about God, bro.
Shame.
Like it's a whole different world, bro. That's what I'm telling you, bro. Like I done got my daughter strengthening her up on God and things like that because these kids don't know. All they know is the iPad, bro. Like they don't know, bro. They don't know about Adam and Eve. They don't know. It's a different world, bro. Yeah. It's a different world, and it's up to us as parents. You know, my daughter was asking me about God the other day. I was like, I'm going to get you a Bible.
Yeah. We're going to feed that. We're going to feed that curiosity.
I went and got her a Bible because I was angry because I knew so much more at 7 years old about God than she does.
Right.
So I kind of took that fault on to myself. I even called her mama like,
yeah.
She should know who. She know who. I'm like, no, she know, you know. So I get my feelings sometimes, bro. You know? And I got and that's just me, bro. You know.
I feel like that's where a lot of people lost their way, though, because there's morals to it, whether you believe in the Bible or not.
It's morals. It's God is mad, bro. People, I don't want to dwell on it because I'll get it. But God is mad. What he sees, God is pissed off. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah. In my belief, what I believe in. Let me say that. Hold on.
I'm with you. I believe in it too.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me say that. What I believed in and what I was raised on and what I was taught as a kid from the church house and what I believe in, what I pray to, I mean, he's angry, bro. Yeah. And what he sees, he's angry.
I was born in 85 and also grew up in the church. My grandmother always had me in there. And I'm a firm believer that everything changed when it became frowned upon to speak about your religion. Like schools, it used to be a thing in schools.
Yeah,
and then it got taken out.
Hell yeah.
But that was a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, it was a big deal. God was a big deal. Jesus was a big deal. And people may have different beliefs. That's cool. But if
you're in the 80s and 90s, God was a big deal.
Absolutely.
To kids, man, it was Bible study. It was children's choir. It was.
And it meant something.
And it wasn't, I don't want to go. What you mean you don't want to go? Get up. Get dressed.
Yeah.
We are going.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I can attest to that. I grew up. I don't know if I grew up in the church, but I grew up going to church pretty often. And I could confidently, honestly say when I didn't have my pops or a pops figure, I had God. I knew I could go to Proverbs and get some word. What's the first thing people do when they go to jail? And you looking for some guidance.
Grab the Bible.
Some hope. You gonna grab the Bible.
Cause that's all you got.
And you're gonna get some information. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna find a route. How do I navigate this? How do I get through this mentally? How do I make sure that I can get through this and give myself hope? Get you a little Bible. This isn't a Bible podcast or nothing like that.
God's stronger than anything.
Man.
You can be facing whatever. If you got faith, bro. If you got faith and you believe in God, bro. You asking for forgiveness for your sins, bro, and you repent, it can be done, bro. Like people be a lawyer and all that. I mean, a lawyer is not more powerful than God.
Come on. Or the judge.
You know, you spending all this time trying to pay these damn lawyers. You know, you gotta talk to God, man. It's plenty of gods. Everybody believe in different gods, but you gotta talk to him, man. You gotta know that there's a higher power, and that's how I feel.
Yeah, because that is everything. That moral compass is the most important thing to give to a child. To like even when you ain't around me, just think morally correct. You know, are you good with that? I read a book back in the day called God is Closer Than You Think, and it's every decision you make, just picture that God is right there in the corner. You know what I mean? So like when you're about to do something, he's in the corner. So you just kind of slow down a second, think about it, because what you might do might, you know what I mean? You might not even fuck with it.
He sees everything.
You know it's not right. But a lot of people don't have that moral compass, so you see these kids nowadays misguided.
Yeah, they misguided, bro. And God will come, man. You can get stopped by the police. Just close your eyes and say, man, he will, bro. They won't even find that weed. I'm telling you. Man, they'll look right over that shit. God, I know I'm dirty. Hey, man, the police will look dead over it.
Yeah.
You can go. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, I done seen some shit. I'm telling you.